he's got an entourage, and he's got a touchdown.
The impossible dream of a play. Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts-Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game.
There, he's got it. End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is. Late start, but we back on this Sunday, man. So you know what time it is. It's time for football frame of mind, man. We do this every Sunday. So if you guys are into this type of stuff, come on board, man. We love it. We love talking about football, man. We get our high school in, we get our college in, and of course, we get our NFL in. But as Josh Pate says, this is the offseason. So we don't necessarily have much to talk about, but boy, there is a lot to talk about, man. So we brought back our special guest from a few weeks ago, Devyn from Roundup Sports. So how are you doing, Devyn?
I'm doing pretty good. Started hearing, some rumors on the internet of my Vikings potentially wanting to make a deal for a guy like CMC. So I'm interested to see if that actually happens.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, bro, is if he's healthy, and oh my gosh, that's nasty.
So before we even get started, man, I want to get your take on McCarthy, man. How are you feeling about McCarthy going into really year one for him?
So I wasn't the biggest fan of JJ McCarthy coming out of college. I actually wanted Drake May for the Vikings because I knew Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams weren't going to fall. So my next best bet for me at that point was Drake May. But I don't hate JJ McCarthy. I just feel like in college I didn't see enough from him to make him worth being, I think, we took him at 10 or 11, something like that high of a pick, right? But he did get a full year, granted, because of injury. He did get a full year now to just learn. He got to learn, watch Sam Darnold run the offense, which if Sam Darnold can run that Vikings offense, realistically, a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL should be able to run that Vikings offense with Kevin O'Connell, who's got a great football mind. So I trust Kevin O'Connell to build him up as the player he should be. So I got optimism, but it's like hesitant optimism.
You don't want to see the prophecy be fulfilled, man? You don't want to see Aaron Rodgers come to Minnesota, bro?
No, man. I was always an Aaron Rodgers supporter. I didn't hate him when he was on the Packers, but he's just too far past his prime. I feel like it'd be a waste.
I agree.
Yeah, but I will say this, he did look a little bit better at the end with New York. So, but I think Brandon and we think alike in this. That is it really worth the headache?
Exactly.
Is it really worth the headache? Because you're thinking going into this offseason, you would think, okay, I'm just gonna go head first and just say, oh well, I'm gonna just do this job, right? I'm gonna go try to find me a team before all the spots is taken up. But you looking at it, Aaron Rodgers looking at it like, oh, I'm him. I don't have to. I got 4 MVPs in the Super Bowl. They should be calling me. Like the last 2 years weren't necessarily awesome, So that's my whole thing. I just hated how he handled it. I thought the fact that if you are him, you should be like, well, shoot, I'm just going to the Steelers. It's the perfect spot. You got a good defense. They got a good running game. You got some weapons to throw to, right? Some older weapons, actually, including Metcalf at this point. So you got some stuff to work with. So that was I was like, well, just go with them. Show them you're a part of it. But guess he's like, whatever. He's on them mushrooms again.
I do like the fit with McCarthy though. At least there's some stability there with the weapons. It's not like you throw a young buck in there and there's nothing to rely on. They got a stellar defense. They overperformed last year, and then you got 2 studs at receiver. They got a decent run game with Aaron Jones. for a young quarterback, that's like the best situation to go into, in my opinion. Especially him being able to sit there and watch a guy like Sam Darnold run the offense, like how you alluded to, gives him some confidence. Like, oh, well, if he can do it, I can definitely get in there, get my feet wet and do what I got to do.
Nah,
For sure.
man. Like I was just curious how you felt about McCarthy because he's, basically this is his rookie season, not
Yeah.
having to play and everything. But I guess throwing, having Jones and Jefferson to really kind of balance you out a little bit. Like I would hate if he had to go in and sling it 50 times a game. Like that's probably not the best move for him. But like I said, I think it's a good move. The fact that he's actually, being able to be neutral or what is that? I don't know, say nurtured. There we go, nurtured.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, before we get started, man, like I said, check us out on all the platforms, man. We're everywhere. Like that audio, check us out on all those platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, all the social media platforms, man. Especially YouTube, man. That's where we at for real, for real. So, but without further ado, man, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So, like I said, man, I don't like this number. I don't like it. What are y'all doing? Just go ahead and
It's
subscribe,
free. Just come
man.
over. The water's not too hot. It's not too
Yeah,
cold, bro. Just come
stop
on
just
over.
watching and subscribe, man. This isn't one of those channels that you just save it for later, man. Just watch it, the whole thing. Subscribe too, So water's fine, man. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Hopefully it's day. We go do our college thing first, like we always do. You gotta read that book, you know what I'm saying? All right, so this is my first. This is what I wanted to talk about. All right, this is for you, Brandon. All right, I've been hearing this crap all off season, man, and I'm trying to see if it's some truth to it. All right, so you got Nussmeier, you got Brian Kelly, you got Harold Perkins coming back. You got some stuff. How do you feel about LSU's college football playoff chances?
My biggest thing is, so let's just start with like the things that they did better in. So I mean, what's going on? You always want to kind of start with the positives. I mean, you look at it in the offseason, they have the #1 transfer portal recruiting class. They did really good at filling a lot of those areas of need, especially on defense, bringing in guys like a Pyburn from Florida. They get a defensive tackle from Florida State. They really helped fill out the secondary. I really like them getting Barry from Kentucky. I know he has a dropping issue, but obviously LSU's got a track record of really developing receivers and getting the most out of them. Especially a deep threat like that could really be a game changer for you, especially in the SEC where speed kills. I think obviously you did lose a lot. You lose two of your freaking they've been starters since freshmen with Will Campbell and Emory Jones. That's gonna suck a little bit. You had some returning guys, but you did fill in those spots as well with the portal. I think their defense, they lost Bo Davis to the NFL. He left to go to New Orleans. You bring in Kyle Williams, who was an All-American at LSU, played like a decade in the NFL for Buffalo Bills and stuff. Seems like the defensive line is going to be improved. I think the defense is going to be better, being that you have another year with Blake Baker running that defense. I think they're going to finally kind of figure things out. The biggest question mark, and everybody's asking, is the quarterback position. You have a guy at the quarterback position who has tons of upside, great arm talent, gunslinger. He's Brett Favre-esque, just throw the ball everywhere. The biggest thing is, what are we going to do with that? Like, because the problem was last year playing a lot of hero ball, trying to force balls into really tight windows and turning the ball over, some careless fumbles, holding on to the ball too long and not just scurrying up 4 or 5 yards for the first down. It's going to really ride or die with him, in my opinion. If he can cut back on those turnovers, they're good. I feel like an entire offseason to really hone in on that, you would be good. But that's what I feel like is going to reign the most in. If he plays up to the potential and turns the ball a lot less, LSU's got a legit chance to come out of the SEC. Maybe not as SEC champions, but we've seen last year SEC can get 3 or 4 teams in the playoff. I think the biggest two bugaboos for me is his turnovers and can the defense contain these mobile quarterbacks? Because we've seen later in the year last year, LSU was horrible on defense against mobile guys like Jalen Milroe. When A&M put their backup in, I want to say it wasn't King. I forget what his name is. He ran all over them. Like, I need to see the versatility on defense to be able to adjust and play mobile quarterbacks better. And I need to see Nussmeier be able to play less hero ball, smart football, and not turn the ball over. Do I think they can make the playoff? Yes. But the SEC's got so many question marks and there's so many moving parts that, like we said last year, it's cannibalistic. Like, you don't really know who those 3 or 4 teams could be.
All right. What about you, Devin? What do you think about LSU coming into this season?
Well, LSU is going to be interesting because the SEC, just like every year, they're going to have like 6 or 7 teams all vying for those playoff spots in the last couple weeks of the season. There's no real reason why LSU shouldn't be up there. I mean, you have Georgia and Bama, who not only just lost both of their quarterbacks, but they lost a lot of their defenses to the draft. And then you have also with Alabama having one of their worst defenses last year, so losing those players, plus having a bad defense compared to Alabama standards last year. You would assume, unless they make some major changes, they're not going to be as great this year, right? And then LSU seemed like they only made improvements. As you said, they had the number 1 transfer class, and Garrett Nussmeier is coming into another year, so he's going to be the most experienced one out of what you would call the SEC Big 3 teams at the moment. There's really no reason why they shouldn't, but I'd be concerned about Brian Kelly just because I don't really like his attitude. It left a sour taste in my mouth the way he left Notre Dame. And then kind of like his attitude that he had when he first went to LSU. It just felt a little weird to me. But I think it's going to rest on him because he also hasn't really shown to be that big game coach yet. He needs to have that big game moment as a head coach of a major program.
Yeah, especially week 1. Can we finally win in week 1? We haven't won in week 1 in like 4 freaking years. Like, come on, dude. Like, get it together.
Nah, man. So for me, like I said, I am not the biggest Nussmeier fan. Like, I didn't see it last year. So I'm like, all right, he can throw, he can play quarterback, right? So it's not like he's a bum, right? So I get the excitement, as far as like having a stable quarterback situation. I get that. But the thing that I just couldn't understand, I was like, well, top 5 draft pick or top 10 or first round period. Like, I'm like, nah, I didn't see that. That's just me, and I look at me. I'm coming from a situation where my quarterback had the best game you could play early in the season and Jalen Milroe, and that was it. He just forgot I had like 7, 8 games left. So, like, I'm not the best person to talk about quarterback situation, right? But in terms of like going into this season, I'm like, dang, that's a lot of hype from an LSU quarterback. The most hype, I guess you'd say, since Joe Burrow. And even coming into his second season, Joe Burrow didn't really have that much hype. It's just like, he got a good season last year, but it's like, is he gonna be a Heisman winner? I don't think anybody saw that coming, right? So I just wasn't necessarily keen on that type of hype. But as far as the Tigers team, I was just thinking that I want to see what Harold Perkins does coming back from this knee injury, right? I felt like moving him to the inside was just a mistake. Schematically, like for his physicality, how he plays, it was just a mistake, right? This guy, see ball, get ball. Like, you move him around like a chess piece. You move him like, I don't get it. I don't know. He's exactly like Florida State used Derwin James, right? They moved him in the box, outside the box, safety, mirroring your mobile quarterback, right? They had him watching Jalen Hurts when he was on the team, right? So, like, that's how I see Harold Perkins being used. That's how I see him being used at the next level. Move him around so they have to account for him moving forward, right? Don't have him as an inside linebacker. I feel like that's just cutting off his circulation on how he can impact the game, right? He literally won that game at LSU when they played Alabama, right? He chased around Bryce Young, and Bryce Young couldn't even get a pass off, right? So that's my whole thing. I think that's the important piece, right? You have to use him correctly, right? And as far as the college football playoffs, man, I don't know. I think it's a shot because we got four teams in there, right? And I think this year, more so than last year, they'll be like, all right, we're not dealing with the Indianas of the world.
No, we're just gonna put 4 SEC teams
Yeah,
there.
we're not dealing with the SMUs of the world, right? And Boise State did good, but we're not dealing with them, right? We're not doing all of that. I think they know that the SEC is the best, and I think all that deserving stuff has to go out of the window. So I do think they have a shot, right? But as you said, Brent, I don't think they have the SEC title like team this year, but I do think they have a shot, man. You know,
And they are going to be putting up Perkins back, like rushing the quarterback. He's not playing in the middle. They got weeks in the middle, so they don't have to worry about him in the middle.
the homie Andrew says it.
I mean, if he's not done, the seat's definitely burning because anybody else at LSU, if you're not producing within a couple of years, just like any other big SEC school, you're out. Like it's a big brand. They can't afford to keep pouring money in, and you're not at least making playoffs, you know?
Well, I mean, the history of LSU the last decade or so hasn't necessarily been that good, right? I mean, in terms of longevity, right? You get a championship. Well, okay, let's start with Les Miles. You win in 07 and then you go in 11, right? So even though that didn't turn out right, you know,
But you were
they
still there.
roll tide, right? But even though it didn't turn out right, it's still that longevity, right? That was the longest tenure coach I've had since then, right? You get Ed Ogeron, who I felt that y'all should have just stayed and bit the bullet with. I mean, he spits and speaks Louisiana football, okay? Like he's a Cajun dude. If you're talking about going into Destrehan or the Homa area or Thibodeau, all the way down there where all the fishermen be at, right? That's where you need to be recruiting at, right? The whole state. You can't tell me there's not a spot he can't go in, right? Because he's been there, he played in that state. So that's what I'm saying. So when you bring in Brian Kelly, right? Not to mention, Odron got a national title, right? But when you bring in a guy who hasn't won one and kind of an outsider, right?
Doesn't really fit the regular mold, I would feel like.
Exactly. So when you bring in a guy that's an outsider, it's kind of a double-edged sword, in my opinion, right? Because yes, you brought in these coaches that kind of recruit in state very well, right? Because I think Les Miles did a wonderful job at that, and I thought Ogeron did a wonderful job as well. But you bring in a guy who necessarily didn't recruit very well in state, right? He used the brand of Notre Dame, right? He used all of that. I just think like that's a recipe for disaster, man. He didn't really win that much in Notre Dame, right? He got to the title game, rolled tide again, and it didn't really work out, right? And then you get to the playoff a couple times, and you just get beat up a little bit. So that's my whole thing. I thought the move at first was like, oh shit, really? He left Notre Dame to come to the SEC. I was like, okay, they might have something, right? But the fact that they missed on some recruits like Underwood, that hurts in my opinion, right? Because that's a generational talent type player you need,
Ja'Cory Moore too.
at quarterback. Now I'm not worried about Decory Moore because
Oh, but losing 5 stars isn't something that you should be doing at that level.
no, but the quarterback situation is what was really affected me as an SEC fan because that's the type of quarterback that can win you some championships. You know, like you need a program changing quarterback, and he was that. Now, the Corey and Moore going to Oregon didn't really affect me that much because y'all produce receivers like they just grow on trees. So it's not that's not a really big deal. So I think he's not done. I don't think he's done if they don't make the playoffs. But the seat starts to get a
I
little
don't know
bit.
if they retain him, and this is bias aside, just looking from the outside looking in. Like if for some crazy reason, whatever reason they miss again, that's a 1 year rental left at that point, bro. Like it's make or break. Like if you don't make it this year, next year you have to, and maybe even make a decent run. Like at least win one playoff game. Otherwise, that's done. Like they'll just bite the. We've seen that a lot of these schools with big money ain't afraid to pay it out just to get them ahead of the door. You seen how much they paid Orgeron to get out the door. We've seen how much A&M paid freaking Jimbo to get out the door. Like schools, like if they want to win, they'll just figure it out. You know. So.
Yeah, man. So, and I felt like Jimbo, that situation wasn't necessarily the best because it's like, you move to the SEC anyway, right? From the Big 12. You're not really going to be able to recruit down here like that. Not yet. You've seen it through the course of their coaches. They haven't really been that good at recruiting down south. Like Texas is cool, but you need Louisiana boys. You need Georgia boys. You need a lot of dudes on that interior line, and they just didn't do it. In my opinion, right? Now they had that crazy big class that blew everybody out the water, but all of them dudes really weren't bought into what Texas A&M was, and maybe that's Jimbo Fisher's fault. But at the same time, man, dude, you can't act like he had really good quarterbacks there. Now I'm a Kellen Mond fan. I think he was really fun to watch, but not on the level of everybody else in that conference, in my opinion. The Bryce Youngs, the Joe Burrows, hell, even you can throw in the Baker Mayfields, even though they weren't in the SEC, but that's the kind of quarterback you need. Kellen Mond, as statistically, he's one of the best quarterbacks in SEC history, right? But not that level of like ah. So that's my whole thing, man. But hey, but you're right. They'll pay that money to get you up out of there, bro. I mean, look at Auburn, bro. They fire a coach every 3 years, bro.
Florida too.
Yeah, Florida too. Yep. Yep. And then Tommy Tuberville is like in legislature now. He's a damn
That's my
congressman.
dog, bro. I love Tommy Tuberville.
He's a damn congressman or governor or some shit. Like
Him and Nick Saban was playing golf yesterday.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yo, that's what we doing now. So that tell you about life, man. Never underestimate yourself. All right, so we get into our college recruiting, man. So I don't know if I did offensive tackles yet, but I think this is the top 5 offensive tackles coming into this, well, their senior season, should I say. Um, Obviously Jackson Cantwell, I was hoping that he would, stay in Missouri because that would be one of the biggest recruiting things ever. If you could keep a Mizzou guy. But over the course of Mizzou's SEC run, they've had some pretty good, like top 10, top 25 players that they've gotten. Dorial Green Beckham was one of those top receivers that they got. They kept him in state. They had they had a 5-star defensive tackle. I forgot his name, but he was good. They kept him in state. So I was hoping that they could really keep him in state, right? But he's going to Miami, which isn't a bad move because Cristobal is an offensive lineman by nature because he played that position and he coached that position. So why not get coached by somebody that really is going to be hands-on with your group, man? So start with you, Devin. Who stands out to you amongst these guys?
Well, what I was looking at here was Felix. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. If you know it, let me know. But him being 6'7" but only 274 kind of concerns me. I feel like he needs to gain a decent amount of muscle weight. I mean, going out there as someone that tall, being 274, you're going to get beat by a lot of the good edges, not even just when you eventually want to go to the NFL, but when you get into college. There's so many good edges in college that are already super strong at 250, 270. I want my tackles to be bigger than that. I want the defensive ends to be pushing you, not you having to push them. Like if they're pushing you, you're not being able to get that push back. So if you're around the same weight class as them, you're going to get cooked almost every time. If you're going to be 274, I do not want you on my outside protecting my quarterback. He needs to put on some weight from what I see there. Also, shout out to Washington for getting a 5-star offensive lineman. Love to see that.
Yeah, man. Hey, they trying to do something, man. They trying to do something out there in Washington, man. But me and you, Devyn, we think alike. I need big dudes. I don't like little dudes on the outside, right? You can put the short, tubby dudes in the middle, right? They can plug it up, right? That's what I really like. You know, if you're 6'7", I want you to have 350, right? We can trim that down, we trim that off a little bit, get that more solid or whatever. But you ain't gonna lose those LBs, you know. But we can tone it up. But if you're coming in at like 274, it seems like you're gonna have to mature before we even put you out there.
It's just really small. Like if you were a tight end at 274, sure, go ahead, be on the edge of blocking as a tight end at 274. But as a tackle, I can't see it. He's got to put on some, even if it's fat, bro. Just put something on that meat to help get that strength up, man.
See that Smooth's asking what jersey?
That's Marshall Falk. Marshall Falk.
Oh, he got that MVP Marshall Falk though. That's that real one. That's that real Marshall Falk, man. Like that. Yeah. Like, all right. I hate to go on a tangent here, but do you know the Rams had 3 MVPs in a row? 3 MVPs. Marshall, I think no. Kurt won, and I think in '99. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. I was like, dude, they didn't do nothing after that. Don't want me to go on no tangent, man. I will. What about you, Brandon? Who you looking at?
He brought a Cody Green. I feel like that's almost the perfect size. Like 310, it's like not too big, not too small. Got great height at 6'6", so I've got to imagine your arm reach is really good. Being 310, I feel like you can still really be nimble on your feet and not have to work too hard to move. 350 is not bad. And like you said, you can shred that down, but I feel like 310, 320 is like perfect. Especially if you have good reach, you have quick feet. Like you're still in a movable force, but you don't have that extra weight on you. You can really move the way you want. You can be able to block, especially being on the weak side for a quarterback like left tackle. You really need somebody that's quick on their feet, can move, but still obviously big enough to be able to block.
Yeah, I agree. See that Smooth said.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the Darnell Washington types.
Yeah, I'm about to say Darnell Washington. Like you're not gonna outbody him at the goal line, right? I mean, and then you run out the lead blocker like he could do that. Like who getting in the way? I feel sorry for a little cornerback trying to get in there.
It's called you just gonna get whipped.
Yeah, that's it, bro. So that's my whole thing, man. If you can get good size at tight end, I think it's important, like, but not only size, but the ability to run the simplest routes. We're not even talking about the whip route or anything like that, but a slant across the middle, drag, post corner, the go route, things like that. The simple route running, I think, separates the good tight ends from the great ones, like the ability to go up and get the ball, that's a separator, right? Like we've seen tight ends in all of our lifetimes that have been just big dudes that they just throw the ball to, right? And don't get me wrong, the Jason Wittens of the world caught a lot of passes, but you ain't going to expect him to do what Travis Kelce does. You're not going to expect him to do what a Vernon Davis does or or George Kittle, right? These refined route runners, right? That's the difference, I think, in tight ends today. You know, everybody wants that guy, but sometimes they just ain't got it. And then you got the Falcons that just don't use it.
Oh my gosh.
Please free that man.
He would go anywhere else and catch like 100 passes for like 1,500 yards.
Nasty work.
Come on that Vikings offense, he'd go for 1K.
Oh my
year.
gosh.
I mean, I just can't understand why you have this great.
Imagine
player
him being in Cam. Imagine y'all get rid of Mark Andrews and y'all get a guy like that.
Oh
my
I mean, they kind of got a mini version though in Isaiah Likely. I love Isaiah Likely.
I do too. But I'll take Pitts and Likely.
Lamar Jackson is nasty, dog. Oh my god.
He's sick. But man, they stuck on Mark Andrews, man. I still can't believe it.
Cam go play on Madden. He gonna make that trade real quick.
Man, shit, man. That's the first trade I make anyway on Madden. The last Madden I got, the first trade I made was Kyle Pitts. He cost me 2 firsts. I don't give a shit. I'll take it. I will take it. So, but yeah, those are offensive tackles, man. Be on the lookout. So, I meant to send you that. My bad. But George Lamons Jr. is our high school spotlight today. 6'3" and a half, 213 pounds, right?
That's good size.
He's the class of 27, not 26, so I apologize. But he is a big-time player, 4-star, and he's committed to Texas A&M right now. I don't know if they're gonna have him at tight end or receiver. But I think he'll be a good tight end.
I'd put him, if not tight end, I'd put him on the backside, like how I used to play backside receiver, a big, long, tall guy. Like that's, especially if he keeps like that weight. I think he'd be a really good backside receiver, running goes and whatever else.
The only thing I would say about his receiving, from what I've seen on film, is he's not the fastest dude.
You don't have to be on the backside,
especially if you're a slot, like the backside of the slot. That's a good spot.
You don't have to be fast. You just need to be able to get open.
Well, that's my thing. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get open like that on taller, bigger, like defensive backs. Does
he run good routes though? If he runs good routes, then you'll get open.
Yeah,
the route running obviously has to be more refined. But he got to the point, and this is where I say he's a better tight end because he's got a leaping ability, right?
Like, was he in the dirt? Like, was he out wide in these formations?
No, they had him more outside than anything.
Okay.
So it's kind of like he's bigger than everybody else. So let's just throw it up because he's obviously a basketball player too. So let's just throw it up to him and let him just jump over everybody, right? But in college, you're going to be more technical dudes you're going to be going against. So the fact that you think, oh, well, you're just going to get by me because you're big. No, I'm going to put these paws on you and you're not getting off the line. So that's why I think he'll be a better tight end because that leaping ability he has is a freaking mismatch.
So he would just have to bulk up and put a little weight on then.
Yeah, get him to like 230. If he can get to like 230 and like straight muscle, that would probably be a little better for him.
Yeah, so I mean, because the production was there anyway, right? He's one of the most productive pass catchers in his group, his class, including 20 touchdowns on 1,300 yards. So he was really good. So the comp that I saw was a more athletic Eric Ebron. More athletic but slower Eric Ebron.
Hopefully better hands too.
So if you remember Eric Ebron, you know how he was more athletic and he could jump, he could run the go route. He could attack the seam better than anybody, right? Mm-hmm. But that's how I see him kind of being in the NFL a little bit, right? Hopefully a better career than Ebron, but that type of mode of receiver / tight end, right? I think he'll be good. So, what you think? What you think, Devyn?
I mean, yeah, I'd like to see him if he does want to stay at tight end. or if he doesn't want to be a tight end, I would like to see him gain a little more weight. Like I said, around that 230 range, just so that way he's not too tiny. Because if he's gonna be 213, he's got to be faster, right? And as you said, you felt like his game speed wasn't up to par for that. So I would rather see him gain weight than lose anything. So I'd love to see him do that. Just based off his stats alone, I mean, to get 63 receptions and 20 of them be touchdowns, he's got to be just jumping over everybody, which is great in the red zone. Not someone you want in the red zone. I mean, you put him up against a linebacker or a safety, you would expect him to win those matchups, right? So I would love to keep him at tight end, like a close tight end, and attack the seams so that way he's always guarded by linebackers, safeties, keep him away from the corners. I'd like that.
So that's what I saw on the film. A lot of red zone ability, right? Even when he was catching like the go route on like the defensive back or whatever, he was still going up to get it. Like his high point is like elite. Like that, somebody teaching him well to just go up there and get the ball. And he is a basketball player too, so I don't really know exactly how good he is playing basketball, but you can tell he can dunk. He can look, So yeah. So what you think, Brandon?
The fact that A&M went into Georgia and snagged a guy like that is impressive as anything. Like that's a huge grab from Mike Elko. If he can secure that, that's a really good look for him. He's trying to build something. I like the size. 230, 240 would be really good. Enough weight to where you're not slowing down, but enough to where if you're playing tight end, you're not getting punked out either. Because there are going to be instances where you're going to have to block, and you don't want your tight end getting freaking shoved around or pushed into your freaking ball carrier. You know what I mean? You want a guy who can get open and get up and get the ball, but at the same time be effective in the blocking game, especially down the field when you're throwing screens and check downs and stuff like that. You want to be the guy who can get down, make blocks, and make plays too. So.
And you want them to be able to block because you want the defense to take him serious as a run threat as
because
well.
If they know it's not like that, then they'll be able to see right through it. I mean, I played in an offense where like you had players like that, like they didn't know how to utilize the talent, or they were calling plays to the point where the defense would know. It's like, well, hey, if they're reaching on this side, I already know he's going to be going for the block, or he's faking a route to get open, or like, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So shout out to George Lamons. He's actually going to be probably a really good player, especially going to the SEC. The fact that he has 26 offers, and I'm not sure LSU was on there, but I know Kentucky was on there. Obviously A&M, Alabama have sent an offer as well. So he's got a lot of SEC people in there looking at him. So, like I said, the fact that he committed to Texas A&M, I think that's pretty cool. So he could legit probably be a 5-star by the time he gets out of high school. Because if he's a 4-star now, and he's just going into his junior season, like crazy how good he might be, man. So, but yeah, so now we're gonna get into the good stuff, man. Get into the good stuff. We do our NFL stuff, so we ran through that as fast as possible. But we're gonna do an all-time fantasy. So, like I don't know if you prepared for it, Devyn, but if you could, if you didn't, that's okay. You could just grade our picks and basically have fun with us or whatever. But that's what we're doing today, man. Then we got a tier list to finish everything up. But let's start it off, man.
The catch is we can't pick nobody that's played for our favorite teams either. So that means like your favorite guys.
Yes, I made sure to leave off all my Viking players. So
I had to keep catching myself too. That's dope. Damn, he played there like a year or two. Like, nope, can't do that.
Yeah. So I put the rules on there. So no picks from your former team, from your favorite team, and we're trying to keep it as small as possible, so it's not like super long, because that's kind of like what the fantasy draft looks like. All those players and stuff, but yeah. So we can get started, man. So like I said, I guess I'll start the first overall pick with me. I'm going Michael Vick. That's my quarterback. I pick Michael Vick all the time. I don't care. You see my Madden Ultimate team. All we do is run the ball. I run with Michael Vick, and I throw bombs, and I blitz all the time. So it works, and then sometimes it doesn't. So that's my quarterback.
Taking a similar route than the last one we did then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. That's
It's
how I do it. I pick Michael Vick all the time, bro. I don't care. Why are you stopping that? Why are you stopping that? All right, you up.
Who?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do, Tyler. That's what I do. Run with Michael Vick, man.
Let's go try to win a chip for a boy that didn't. Give me Dan the Man Marino at quarterback. Flinging it everywhere.
Fair.
Boo-hoo.
Oh, whatever. Like the biggest advocate for Dan Marino I know.
I am the biggest advocate for Dan Marino. You're right. You're right.
I think Dan Marino's probably one of the more disrespected players when talking about the quarterback conversation. I mean, I love Drew Brees, but the narrative of Drew Brees being a better quarterback than Dan Marino, I think, is so insane.
I mean, the intangibles were way better than for Marino. The dude came into the league freaking slinging it like that.
Dude, nobody threw for 5,000 yards for 50 years of the NFL. And he came in year one and lit that shit up. So for people that's like, oh man, he ain't win no championship. Did you see his defenses?
Did you see his weapons?
Did you see he didn't have 1,000-yard rusher his whole career? Bro, you can't win with that. You can't win with that. I don't know, man. That's your fans, Brandon. That's your people. Those Patriots fans. Man, it's all about the rings. It doesn't matter.
How do you think so?
It's all about the rings. Okay.
I don't, but I'm definitely exclusion out of that because I don't look at it solely off of that. So
yeah.
All right. What about you, Devyn?
So I'm assuming we're doing this in order of the positions, right? So I'm starting off with quarterback. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I know no one else did it. I'll take the easy choice. Give me Tom Brady. Just give me Tom Brady at quarterback. I gotta take it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Brandon just can't pick Tom Brady. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, the winningest quarterback of all time, won Super Bowls within 2 different decades and 2 different franchises, 2 different dynasties. I have to take Tom Brady.
I mean, Michael Vick went to the Pro Bowl with 2 different franchises.
That is fair. That is fair.
Throw some little asterisks up there.
It counts. Like I said. Sorry, it's not as exciting as you guys picked, But my next pick will be good, man. So let me get I was gonna pick Steve McNair, but he played on the Ravens at the end. So I can't really pick him. But my next quarterback, I'll keep it I need a pocket guy. So let me go with Steve Young, man.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, let me get Steve Young, man. That's also how my Madden Ultimate Team looks. Michael Vick, Steve Young, right? Just in case it's all right, they running this quarterback contain, right? Well, stop this.
Hey, to be fair, Steve Young had some wheels on him too.
That's what I'm saying.
He could scoot. Let me go Randall Cunningham, bro.
Cheater.
Randall Cunningham.
I like having a little versatility.
Me too. All right, what you got, Devyn?
Let's see. I already got my pocket passer as my starting quarterback. So my backup is going to be someone I bring in for special plays and to just come and maybe even do a 2 quarterback set where he gives us a threat. So I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson as my backup quarterback.
Ooh, somebody else picking some Ravens.
I can't do that.
I
can't do that. All right. So running back, I could go easy pick, but I'm gonna go Ricky Williams, man.
Nice.
And not just Ricky Williams. I'm talking about Dolphins Ricky Williams. Bro, Talk about somebody that could run the football.
You're right. Run, Ricky, run.
Man, look, those 4 seasons before he got popped for that marijuana, that was not a better running back in the league than Ricky Williams, man.
Okay.
So that's my pick.
So we're doing a 2 running back monster. Give me my bruiser. Give me Earl Campbell. Give me my bruiser. Run through everybody, tear his jersey off trying to tackle him. Give me Earl.
That's not fair, man. That's not fair. All right, what about you, Devyn?
Well, since I can't get Adrian Peterson, that just means I have to get the original Adrian Peterson. Give me Barry Sanders, my RB1.
Oof. Damn, that's kind of nasty, bro. You got Tom and Barry, dog. That's crazy talk.
All right, no. All right, Devyn, you go again.
Oh, so my running back 2 then, since, Barry is going to be my elusive electric guy. Go ahead and give me Jim Brown to be my bruiser.
Ooh, I like that. I like that throwback.
That's interesting because technically he was a fullback. Technically.
So if I can't pick him, I'll pick someone else.
Yeah, you good. I'm just
cool.
throwing it out there for the youngsters out there to be like, oh man,
Yeah, because that was back when they used to run that those 2-back sets. It'd be like both kind of like wing backs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and wing T.
Yeah,
that's old school, dog.
Hey, but they couldn't stop that shit though.
Let's go with Danian Tomlinson. Let's get some. Get some of that speed. Get some of that MVP type.
Cheater,
Let's
man.
go with that.
Cheater, man. All right. For me, I want some versatility, man. Give me Brian Westbrook.
Ooh, okay.
I like it.
I like that. That's my dude, man. All right.
Okay.
So fullback, man, I'm gonna go a little bit off the grid, man.
I don't know where he about to go.
Give me Lorenzo Neal.
He picked Lorenzo Neal every time, dog. I already knew that was coming.
Bro, Lorenzo Neal was cold, man.
He was.
a
I liked
dog.
him. He's hella underrated.
And then they put him with Mike Allstar for like a year or so, and that was just nasty. Like, why would you do that to somebody?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you named him. Give me Mike Allstar, man. Man among boys. Got me another bruiser. Whether it's run blocking or straight in the goal line, it is what it is.
bruh, that ain't working.
It ain't working. That's nasty,
That
bro.
ain't working, man.
I'm trucking everybody, dog.
You gonna run the wing T?
Hell yeah.
All right, it's on you, Devyn.
Trying to think of who I would want to go with. Honestly, I'm going to go with a newer guy. I am going to go with a newer guy as my fullback. Give me Kyle Juszczyk. Give me the juice.
One of the only true fullbacks really left, to be honest with you. He's
Yeah.
good.
That's a lie.
And he's still getting
That's
that
a lie,
versatility
Brandon.
too.
That's a lie, Brandon.
What
Don't
you
you
mean?
lie. Don't you lie.
I
and
said
say
one
that,
of the
man.
only, not the only.
You had Pat Ricard, man.
Yeah. I didn't say he was the only. I said one of the only.
I'm about to say, man, don't you disrespect
He
our
said-
two sport
said-
athlete, man. He
he
played
said, "Don't you
linebacker too.
I really wanted to go Tony Richardson, man, but he played for the Vikings.
I messed with Tony. too.
He
Good.
played on the Chiefs, didn't he?
Yep. But yeah, I think he played the Vikings like at the end, I think.
It was towards the
it?
end of his career. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
blocking for Adrian Peterson for a year or two.
Yep, I remember.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good learning lesson, I tell you that.
Hell yeah.
So
we got
I guess
receiver.
it's on you, Devyn, for receiver.
Okay. It sucks I can't pick Randy Moss, man. Can't
Sitting
pick
right.
Randy. Can't pick Chris Carter.
Ooh.
I'll get Jerry Rice, though.
Ooh, I
Pairing
like
Jerry Rice with Tom Brady's crazy.
that is crazy. Ooh, so I can go.
Wes Welker. You can't do it.
Hey, I really wanted to.
You can't do
My
Randy
favorite-
Moss either. You
Can't.
can't do Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Let me go Marvin Harrison.
Ooh.
Marvin Harrison and Dan Marino.
So you want some route running? I'm throwing bombs. I don't need no route runners. Give me Joey Galloway.
Ooh, why you did that? I love some Joey Galloway.
I'm going Joey Galloway, right? And then for my second receiver, man, I need some. I need some more speed. I like speed, man.
Don't do what I think you're gonna do. Don't take the guy I want. You always do this.
You gotta take the guy that's still active.
No, there's somebody I know. There's
That's
somebody
true. I
that
do think somebody
the last time we did a video like this, we kept taking each other's people, and I just know that he's about to do what I'm about.
No, man. Like I'm not going the way you think I'm going.
You started off the same way, so
I'm actually gonna go
Don't
as far as like speed demon, man.
do it.
Let me get Mighty Mouse. Steve Smith Sr.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
You did that last time.
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at Mighty Mouse, man.
Wait. Steve Smith. You said Steve Smith Sr.?
Oh, he did play on the Ravens.
He was a Raven.
Let's go.
Hey. I forgot.
Good catch. He was trying to be slick. Good catch. I see you.
I forgot. My bad.
No,
I did. My bad.
I'm scared now that you're going to take
there.
I'm scared now you're going to take the person I want now.
Oh, man. Dang,
That's a good catch.
He play on the Ravens. He was pretty good, too.
He was a good Raven, too. Yeah, he was.
All right. Man, I'm trying to think of real fast receiver, man. Shoot, let me get Reggie Wayne. I'll take Reggie Wayne. I need somebody to beat you on the intermediate.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
So you talking about speed? Give me Deshaun Jackson.
I love that. One of the best deep threats of his time.
All right. What you got?
Now imagine you got Jerry Rice in the slot, and on the outside, you got the one and the only Megatron. Give me Calvin Johnson.
Oh my gosh, this dude this dude got all the freaking ultimate team points, bro. He buying all the cards, bro.
That's not bad. All right, you up again, Devyn?
Oh, I got a couple guys I can go with here. Since I've already got Jerry Rice in my slot, Calvin Johnson on my outside, as my other outside receiver. Give me Julio Jones.
Ooh, I was gonna do that. I ain't gonna lie. I was definitely about to go there. But that's okay. I'm like Cam. Like I like trying to mix up some names we don't throw around too often. Give me Andre Reed.
Bro, you a hater. You're a hater, man.
Oh, are you about to do that?
No, I wasn't. You're just a hater. You picked a Bills player.
Just to stick it to you.
All right, so my next, I guess my third receiver. Let me see. So I got Joey Galloway on the outside, and then I got Steve Smith. Beat you up in not Steve Smith. I got who I picked? I forgot already. Who I picked? I forgot already. I forgot who I picked. But in terms of that third receiver, give me David Boston.
Yeah, before he left.
Give me David Boston, man.
Before he left.
Man, give me David Boston, man, in 1998.
Okay.
Well, no, I take it back. 2001. That was his best season, bro. I'm telling you. 4 or 5 speed, man. He had like 100 catches for 1,500 yards and like 10 touchdowns. I'm telling you. But before he left Arizona, he was the shit. And then he turned into the shit. But I'm telling you, I'll take that. I'm just saying, man. This is an all-time team. Hey, I could take year samples size of people.
Fair.
And for that year, he was the best receiver in the league. After that, nah, he wasn't that good.
Now we're moving on to a tight end.
All right, you know where I'm going, man. Let me get the greatest deep ball threat ever at tight end. Let me get Tony Gonzalez, man.
Oh, that's cool.
Let me just get Tony G.
I'm okay with that.
You can't pick Rock though.
I don't need him. Give me Antonio Gates.
Ooh, yes.
That's disgusting. Man. That's not fair, man.
And that's gonna leave me with Gronk. I'll take it. I'm not mad about Gronk.
Give the Gronk spike. Spike.
All right,
Thank
all right. So for offensive linemen, you can just give like your 5 guys how you feel about it. Tackle, 2 tackles, guard.
So you want me to just do all 5?
Yeah, you can do all 5.
Cool. So my tackles. Look, I did a lot of thought about this when I was doing my team earlier. I want Anthony Munoz and Joe Thomas as my tackles.
Damn.
Those are the 2 guys I want on my outside. On my inside, I have to have Larry Allen.
Okay. Cool.
And go ahead. I'm gonna take Zach Martin as my other guard.
Okay. Cool.
So we're gonna take double Cowboys and Larry Allen and Zach Martin. And then in the center, I'm gonna go with Jim Otto, greatest center of all time.
Oh yes. Thank you, sir.
I ain't mad at that.
All right. So if I'm looking at tackles, give me Willie Rofe on one side. Give me Orlando Pace on the other side.
Bro, you're a fucking hater.
Yeah,
bro.
Orlando Pace.
You're a hater, man. You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose because you knew that's where I was gonna go.
No, I mean, I could have went Ogden on the other side, but I didn't want to be a complete butthole to you.
But I couldn't pick him anyway. So
you can't pick Pace anyway, so it's okay.
Hater, man.
So I got those.
I could pick Pace. He played on the Bears. Sample sizes, man. He was there for like a year.
So I got my tackles at guards. Give me Alan Faneca, and then give me Gene Upshaw.
Even more disgusting. Why would you do that?
And then at center, give me Kevin Mawai.
Okay.
All right. So for me, for tackle, since Brandon want to be an asshole about it, let me go with Brian. Well, I can't pick Brian McKinney because he played on the Ravens in that Super Bowl year. I can't pick him. God damn, everybody play on the Ravens later. Let me get Trent Williams. We going new school. Let me get Trent Williams.
I like that. Hey, I like that kind of nasty, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I want Redskins Trent Williams. Freaking punch him in the mouth.
Yeah. Now that Trent Williams right there. And then on the other side, let me get Tony Baselli.
Okay.
Ooh, I love that. Tony, bro. I love some Tony.
Yeah. And then inside at the first guard, I want Conrad Dobler. I want to step on your toes, elbow you. I want some nasty up in there. And then the other guard, you know what? Let me get Richie Incognito. I want some nasty in there. I want some elbows, some
dang, bro, you got bullying and you got people getting punched.
Hey, I want some nasty, dog. My tackles are the nicest. They're the nicest people on the team. Right? I mean, Trent Williams is nice, right? Unless you talking shit. And then Tony Baselli nice. He just beat you up, right?
And then Richie's just like, hey, bro, you suck.
And then Conrad Dobler gonna beat you up because he's one of the dirtiest players. Right, and then Richie Incognito gonna be nasty, like bloody nose nasty, right? So then that leaves center, man. God damn, center's tough, man.
Man, I got one for you. I got another good one you could pick.
Bro, who you got?
My other guy I had in mind, in case y'all picked Mawai, you could have picked Olin Kreutz from the Bears. He was really good.
Yeah, he was good.
My backup option was the guy who just retired last year.
Oh, you talking about Jason Kelsey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was good too. Man. But I'm gonna go somebody that's gonna help my quarterback out. I need Jeff Saturday.
Ooh, I freaking called.
I need Jeff Saturday. I need like somebody to calm all the the attitudes down. Like yo, okay.
Only Colts Jeff Saturday though, because you don't want Packers Jeff Saturday.
No, I don't know.
He was.
That's not the sample size I want. Not the sample size I want.
All right, so we're moving on to DN now, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Brandon. You go.
Give me Julius Peppers.
Bro, why do you do this? Why do you do this? You do this just to do this.
What you mean I like Julius Peppers? Why I can't like Julius Peppers too?
Because, dog, I like Julius Peppers.
We sound like a bunch of kids fighting over the last Power Ranger, bro. Like, I like the red one, bro.
No, I like the red one. All right, you pick a second one if you want to.
Yeah, give me Jason Taylor.
You always gotta pick the dudes that can stand up to.
Yeah.
Damn, because you could have used him at outside linebacker too. He just look good. All right, Devyn, you go.
I'm gonna go with the. I've been debating between all these people because they could also be used. I didn't know we were gonna separate D end and outside linebacker, so I had them all in my edge list.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna stay away from one of these names for now. So I'm gonna go with J.J. Watt and Reggie White.
Ooh, that's nasty, dog.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, dog.
That's nasty. You can't run either way, dog. You gotta sit like a statue, bro.
That's nasty. Yeah, I don't even want to play no more. That's kind of bad, bro. All right. So like I said, I want an athletic type of defense. So I'm gonna go Javon Curse.
Ooh, I like that. In the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Javon Curse, man. And then on the other side, man, give me Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith.
Nice.
There you go.
That's
good.
good.
Yeah, some athletic stuff, man. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to two defensive tackles.
Yeah, so I can do that real quick. Give me I want to say give me Mean Joe Green, man.
Ooh, I like that.
Green.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give some nasty up in the middle, man. And an underrated person, man, that I love playing with on Madden, man. Give me Sean Rogers, man, for the Lions back in the day. He was really nasty in the middle. Like I felt like you could move him even if you tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go Cortez Kennedy.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick.
And I'm
that's a good one.
I'm gonna take another Raven. Give me Haloti Ngata.
Ooh,
bro, you a hater, dog. Why you gotta do that?
I like Haloti Ngata, bro. I wished he would have played for us. He was nice.
No shit, me too. I like him too. I wish he wouldn't have left and went to the Lions.
That was so weird. I'm like, ew, gross.
Bruh, everybody was trying to get paid after that Super Bowl. Like even Pat Kruger or Paul Kruger was trying to get paid too, right? I was like, all right, man. You was good, but you're not changing nobody else's franchise, bro. All right, what you got, Devyn?
All right, so my first D tackle, it's going to be the best pass rushing defensive tackle of all time. Give me Aaron Donald. And then as my second D tackle, this is a guy who in his time was all around. He was obviously a great run stuffer, but he was an underrated pass rusher as well. Give me Warren Sapp to go with Aaron Donald.
That's a next kind of nasty, bro. I like that.
That's you, man. You got two really good pass rusher interior dudes. Sapp got like 70 sacks or some shit. So like that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, so
outside linebackers.
Outside linebacker. Well, I mean that's easy, man. Give me LT, dog. You that shit, man. Let me get LT. That's the easiest one right there. I'm good. I'm good. Just put him anywhere.
Okay. Who's the other one?
And I guess the second one, outside linebacker, man. Trying to think of. I like to give people who play really good some love, man. You know what? Give me Sean Merriman, dog. Sean Merriman, like I wanna give some people some love that don't really get no love, man. We always talk about the LTs of the world, but Sean Merriman, I stack his 3 years up against anybody. Those first 3 years, double digit sacks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get one guy who retired way too soon. Give me Patrick Willis.
Man, Patrick was inside, bro.
Well, I mean, never mind. I did though. I got it all broke. Everything's together, like how he said all his shit was together.
Yeah, man.
So,
Give me trying to put him out of position. That's not fair.
Give me Derek Brooks and give me Zach Thomas.
No, Derek Brooks was inside.
I think Derek Brooks was outside.
No, Derek was outside.
Yeah, Derek was outside. He was your type of outside linebacker when you ran a 3-4 defense, or sorry, a 4-3 defense rather than a 3-4, kind of like your Chad Greenways and Ben Liebers of the world, your pass coverage outside linebackers.
Man, I could have sworn he was inside.
No, he didn't play inside.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me playing Madden. I put him inside.
I would too, yeah.
I mean, it'll work if you put him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, give me Zach Thomas and Derek Brooks though.
All right. Wait, man. Hold up. Zach Thomas played inside. He definitely played inside, bro.
Zach Thomas is definitely outside.
Oh, he made way too many tackles to be playing.
Dude. He played outside.
Y'all gonna have me looking up this shit. I gotta see.
Oh no, hold on, wait. Zach Thomas might have been middle linebacker. That one's different. So with Derek Brooks, he was definitely outside, but I just looked up Zach Thomas too. Okay. It does only list him at middle linebacker. Okay,
that's cool.
That's what I'm saying, baby.
Don't let me get him. Don't let me get him at that. Give me DeMarcus Ware then.
Okay, I love that one.
Okay, that's cool. DeMarcus Ware definitely played outside. Definitely.
DeMarcus Ware and Derek Brooks. Give me that.
All right, that's not bad. I'll take that. Man. You're gonna try to take my middle linebacker. What's wrong with you?
I gotta pick my middles then.
Bro, you're not even gonna pick my middle linebacker, bro. You're not gonna guess it.
We'll see.
Trying to go through my outsides here. Yeah, okay. I think these guys would count as outside linebackers. First off, I'm gonna go with Junior Seau.
That's one I wanted to pick so bad, dog. I love Junior Seau.
I gotta go Junior Seau, and then
tackle machine.
I don't think anybody picked him. Nobody picked Derek Thomas, did they?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Derek Thomas. He definitely played some outside linebacker too.
Nobody's escaping, like at all, bro. That's horrible.
That's nasty.
Oh my god! If you get past the first level, dog, that's over with. Like you're done.
Go ahead, Devyn. You do middle linebacker. You got
my middle linebackers.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry. I got to do it since you couldn't get him an outside linebacker. I got to get Patrick Willis, and I'm going to pair him up with Ray Lewis.
Damn. That's okay.
It's not fair, man. That's one for me.
That's okay. I'm gonna rock two Bears at middle linebacker. Give me Mike Singletary and Brian Urlacher.
Yes, sir.
Brian Urlacher, man. You, bro.
What's your beef? Where's the beef? Like, what's going on?
What's crazy? There's still another good Bears linebacker too.
Yep.
And that's who I'm picking too. That's who I'm picking too, man. Let me get them buckets. That's one. And then number two, so I can't pick no Rams or no Ravens, right? Man, what's Clay Thompson daddy name? Is it Clay Thompson Sr.?
Oh, you mean Clay Matthews?
Matthews. Gotcha.
Clay Thompson.
My bad. I know Klay Thompson, daddy. Nah, man. Let me get Clay Matthews. I forgot his daddy's name. I think it's either senior or is it senior? It might be.
I think so.
Yeah. Let me get him at middle linebacker because he was a dog, man. He was good. He made all them tackles, man. Like an 8-time Pro Bowler, 100 tackles a season. Yeah. I need sideline and sideline. I need athletes.
Okay.
Maybe Nick Buckets ain't the most athletic person, but shoot, if he catch you, you done. You
Okay.
done.
So we got 2 corners.
All right. So I like height, man. I like height and the ability to catch the ball, man. So I'm gonna go a little bit 2 different eras, man. Let me get Champ Bailey,
Mm-hmm.
and then let me get Lester Hayes.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I like having the ability to pick the ball off and return that tank.
Okay. Give me Darrell Reeves and Patrick Peterson.
LSU guy. LSU guy.
And Reeves Island.
Who'd you take again, Cameron?
I picked Champ Bailey and Lester Hayes.
I like Lester Hayes though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. All that damn sticker, man. Then rub it on your face and shit. Like, yo, he can't wear that shit. It's everywhere.
I gotta pick the most electrifying corner of all time in Deion Sanders. And then go ahead and give me who I personally think is the best corner of all time, Rod Woodson.
Asante Samuel.
Yeah, that's what he be saying.
He could have been picked.
I mean, he was good, like, but he ain't like.
I like that though.
He ain't that, I actually like Rod Woodson though. Rod Woodson was good at safety and corner. He's kind of like Charles Woodson. I actually like Charles Woodson at safety more than corner, to be honest with you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's switched in my opinion. But who you got at your free safety?
Let's see.
Damn,
Am I doing both at the same time?
Damn.
Shout out to Amina. Can't go wrong with prime time. You sure right. Shout out to Amina.
Wait, so how many? So am I picking both my safeties, or am I picking 4 safeties, or just 2 free safeties?
We just do one at a time. We do one free safety.
Okay, so starting off free safety, I'm gonna take the best safety of all time, and Ronnie Lott.
Okay.
Well, I ain't mad at that.
Give me Brian Dawkins.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you a hater, dog.
Everything. We're too similar. We're like the same. We're like the
hater,
same guy.
man. That's
like
where
the
I
same
was
guy.
gonna go. That's exactly where I was gonna go.
We're the same.
All
guy.
right, man. You know what? Because everybody taking my picks. I'm gonna take your pick, Devyn. Let me get Paul Krause.
Ooh,
I want all the interceptions. 81 for a career.
Insane.
I want all the interceptions.
Didn't he have the most in one season too, or something like that? Like at least for a safety, it was like 13. It was some big number, I remember.
Hey man, whatever it was, I want it. I need all of them.
4 safeties, bro.
One more.
No, because you got 2 free safeties and 2 strong safeties. That's why I was asking. We picking 4.
My bad, bro. I was just, I was just putting a safety, in. I mean, if y'all want to do it, y'all can. That ain't no big deal.
It don't matter to me.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Shoot. If I gotta pick another one, man, free safety. Man, free safety.
I'm just picking safeties. I'm not worried about free and strong.
Yeah,
they can play whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. All right. Give me Rodney Harrison, man. I want some dirtiness.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, let me get Rodney Harrison.
My safety core, we creating a new Legion of Boom. Give me Steve Atwater.
Oh, okay.
Lutheran North High School, by the way, in St. Louis. Nah, OBJ. Nah, we passed receivers. We passed receivers like 30 minutes ago. But in an alternate universe, he would definitely be a good free safety because he got the hands, man. He definitely got the hands.
So I've already got Ray Lewis, so I might as well pair him up with his teammate Ed Reed. Make Ed Reed my other safety.
That's fair, man.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
If I'm gonna go with another one, let me get another heavy hitter. Give me Cam Chancellor.
I like that. All right. Well, actually, we could just do one more. Well, I think we got 2 safeties already, so that's fine.
This is the third. Yeah.
This is the third.
Yeah.
All right. So, let me get Larry Wilson.
Oof.
The inventor of the safety blitz, and he picked off a ball with both hands in cast. Tell me that ain't badass.
I'm gonna finish with one more heavy hitter. Give me LaRon Landry, Mr. Steroid himself.
He was good though.
Yeah,
He was hella good.
He was good.
I thought you were going to go Bob Sanders there for a minute.
I thought about it. I like Bob Sanders too.
Bob Sanders' prime was short-lived as much as it was because of injuries. It was good. But my last safety, go ahead and give me Mr. C-Gap himself, Troy Polamalu.
Okay.
All right. Do I need another one?
Yeah, I think you got one more.
I've got 3.
I've got all 4. So.
All right, go ahead, Devyn. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and get John Lynch to finish out my 4 safeties.
All right, man.
Nice.
You know what? Let me give somebody some love, man. That really deserve it, man. Let me get Jason Sehorn, man.
The last great white corner before.
I really like Jason Sehorn, man. He was cold. Don't really like his political takes, but I will say on that football field, Jason Sehorn was nice, man. I liked him. I did.
Okay.
All right, now we got special teamers.
Kicker?
Oh, yeah, man. You already know where I'm going, dog. You already know. Let me get Sebastian Janikowski, bro.
Strongest leg.
The last first round kicker, man. But boy, he had a boot.
Yeah.
Let me go with an underrated name. Give me Jason Elam.
I like him. I like him a lot. I do.
I'm gonna go with who I think is the best kicker of all time. Granted, he might have just had some stuff going on recently where you might not want to say that, but he's still the greatest kicker of all time. Give me Justin Tucker.
Bro, every Raven?
Yeah, that's what it seems
Dude,
like.
he got hella Ravens. I only got like one.
Yeah.
He got a bunch.
That just show you how good the Ravens are, bro.
That is true.
And we only got 2 Super Bowls.
Crazy.
2 Super Bowls.
So we're going punter?
Yeah, we go punter. You go. What you got, Devyn?
Oh, I gotta go with the OG Ray guy, the only Hall of Fame punter. Well,
Don't you do it?
Hall of Fame only.
Don't you do it, Brandon? Don't you do it?
So what he's alluding to was we had a really dope. This got to be almost 2 years ago. We did a fantasy football video, and the video got corrupted. Well, there was a player that was drafted that Cam really wanted.
Don't you do it?
And we lost the reaction. Give me Marquette King.
Why you take the only black punter, man? That's not fair, man.
Wait, you got Presley Harvin.
Nah, but he ain't Marquette King, man.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's not the same. Man, they just told Marquette King, hey, you kick the ball, come here. And the first kick, 50 plus. Dang, man. All right. I gotta pick another punter, man.
Whew, hold up, bro. I'm crying.
Marquez King, man, you're a hater, dog. You're a real hater for real, man.
I love you, bro.
Hey, man, let me get.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. But damn, man, you ain't have to take Marquez King. That was my dream.
If it makes you feel any better, there was definitely some hesitation there.
That was not. Some lie. All right, so for me, punter, man, damn, what is dude?
You might as well get the pair, Cam.
Huh?
You got Janikowski. You might as well get the pair. They had a good punter too.
Oh, yeah, Shane Leckler. Let me get Shane Leckler.
Leckler was hella good.
Yeah, let me get Shane Leckler. Yeah, I'll take Shane Leckler. It was either gonna be him or Tom Morstead. I liked him for y'all.
Dude, Morstead was nice, bro.
Yeah, I like.
People
Morstead
sleep on
too.
how good he was.
Yeah, I could have picked Randall Cunningham. He punted too.
Yeah,
Wes Welker can kick field goals and punt. You could pick him too.
Yeah. Randall did a mean pooch. He did a mean pooch kick, man. So as far as like kick returner, I think we do this both at the same time, man. So kick returner, man, I'm actually go a little bit out of the realm. Everybody kind of expect you to pick Devin Hester, man. But I actually want
don't pick who I want.
I want David Palmer, man. I want David Palmer from the Vikings. I think you would know him, Devin. David Palmer, man, little do it everything guy for Alabama. Pretty good kick returner too, man. And then at the returner, second returner, let me get Darryl Green, man. I mean, he return kicks. He can also chase your returner down too. So let me get those two.
Okay. So my first one, let me get Josh Cribbs for one. Josh Cribbs was hella good.
He was on my list.
I'm gonna jump on the wagon of Ravens players. Give me Jacoby Jones.
He was also on my list.
I love Jacoby Jones.
Do that?
I showed respect. Jacoby Jones is from Louisiana too, bro. So I had to do it.
I know, but that's my dragonfly. That's my dragonfly, man. Yeah, he was good, man. He was good. It's sad that he's not here no more, man. He was young too. What you got, Devin?
All right, so I am gonna go with the easy pick of Devin Hester. He'll be my kick returner. Now my punt returner, I don't know if I want to go with the human joystick or if I want to go with one of the shortest people to ever play the game of football.
Trendon?
I think I'm gonna go with one of the shortest people to play, and it's gonna be Darren Sproles.
Hey, I like that.
And
I'm not older than that either.
I take it back. I'm changing one. I want Dante Hall instead.
Dude,
I want Dante Hall instead. I want Dante Hall instead, man. I love.
Now you talking about Darren Sproles when he was in San Diego or when he was in New Orleans? Because he did good
both.
I feel like he did good both. Yeah.
Yeah, Kansas State too. Take that one. Shoot, but yeah, this is really cool, man. Definitely cool fantasy draft, man. As my series going off. But definitely a good fantasy draft, man. So we're gonna shift focus to our tier list, man. So I gotta get this pulled up, man.
This was like a conjoined effort too. That was crazy how we came up with this idea.
Yeah, I was like, let's just do something different, But
you did the names. Good.
I did.
Oh, bro. I can't believe you put the first one on there. I forgot all about it.
Yeah. Yeah, quote. So this is our tier list, man. So we're gonna talk about the best football movies, man. We'll try to go through it, man. Some of this shit I ain't really seen, so I can't really be all like perfect with it. Let me make sure this looks good on the thing, so I don't have to. Let me make sure that the people can see it a little clearly on the thing. I'll open it up a little bit. I'll zoom it in a little bit. Let me see. All right. It might be a little too big, but my
That
bad.
the one on the top though, bro.
Quote that shit, man. Come on, man. So, all right. So this is our tier list, man, for the best football movies, man. So our first category is quote that shit. So good it made me cry. Makes me cry. Then you got your cult classics. Watch that on VHS. Direct to video. Now you know that's bad. And then you got, yeah, this is ass and haven't seen that.
Okay.
All
Which
right.
the good thing about having three people, if one person ain't seen it, the chances are at least somebody else has, so they can
Yeah.
kind of.
All right, so these are your choices, man. So we'll start with the obvious, man. And to me,
Airbud.
Air Bud was ass. I hated that shit.
Airbud was
I
alright.
haven't even seen that.
You never seen Airbud?
Not the football one, no.
You ain't
Wow.
missing nothing.
I would have said direct to video. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, this is ass.
Whatever.
All right, man. I'm not sure what that is. All the right moves.
I've never even heard of that.
That's
So
got
I was
Tom
doing
Cruise.
some research. And that is one that I have not seen. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
me
got Tom
neither.
Cruise, I want to say, in it.
All right, so I ain't seen that, so I can't. Then we got Any Given Sunday. I definitely quote that shit. That's a classic, man. You gotta fight with your fingernails. And when he couldn't talk to the team, he's like, he lost 3 games in a row. That's my shit, man. Quote that shit, man. What about y'all? Y'all thinking y'all agree?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Really beat me, man. Keep the ladies. Green me. Beat me. You dream it. Yeah, that's my shit. Told you I quote that shit, man. That's a good ass movie, man. All right, Brian's song, man.
Brian Song's a good movie.
Yeah, that's definitely goes in.
I'd say,
So good, it makes me
yeah,
cry. That was good. That was good.
Brian Piccolo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Concussion.
Concussion.
I see that, man.
I'd say it's like a tier below that.
What you talking like cult classic?
Yeah, because it's not so much just about football, but it's more like the behind of like what's going on when these guys are getting hit. It was more like interesting, if anything, because it kind of opened your eyes to everything going on. That came out, I think, around the time Junior Seau died, or somewhere in that time frame. So it was kind of like an eye opener, if anything.
All right, now what about you, Devyn?
I have not seen Concussion yet. I know it was a big movie when it came out at the time it came out because of all the stuff around concussions. It's still around concussions this day, but it was not too long after the big concussion lawsuit the NFL had. That is the reason why a lot of our rules are changing today. So I'm sure I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's a very influential movie.
All right. Then we got Draft Day, man.
Draft Day is actually good. I know it's about the freaking Browns, but it's really not that bad, bro.
My thing with Draft Day is it's very unrealistic. If a GM,
like some of the calls he's making to like the Seahawks GM and all that.
Yeah, like that. It was a little too much, but it's still a cult classic because everybody loves that movie.
It is.
It's so viral on TikTok.
You never seen it, Cam?
I've seen a little bit.
It's not bad. It's just like some of the like storylines. I'm like, come on, bro. You mean to tell me nobody went to Dude's birthday party? Like,
goddamn. All right,
that one's actually a good. That's actually a good movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time. It's been a while since I've seen that.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that one.
It's good. It's pretty much like and I'm not gonna give the story, but pretty much like a coach. He's pretty much on the brink of like losing his job. Money's tight, and the team hasn't been winning or anything. And then underdog story, they pretty much go like all the way to the state title game. It's a pretty good movie.
All right, so like what, cult classic?
Yeah, I'd say. What you think, Devyn?
Probably towards watched on VHS. It was a good movie.
Yeah,
it's like not like you don't remember.
Yeah, I put it on watched on VHS.
All right, cool. All right, Friday Night Lights, man. That's I quote that shit.
That's good.
It's probably one of the most iconic ones for sure.
Like
Mhm.
he's like, man, like my nephew can run, he can pass, and he can throw.
Goes to the dot, he's like, yeah, your nephew's knee is like
He's like, yeah, man, he fucked that knee up, bro.
he was done. He was going pecan, bro.
Yeah, he was done after that, dog. He was done.
All right, what we got next? We got
Greater.
Oh,
it's a sad story though.
very sad.
It's Ken, you never heard of the story behind that?
Yeah, that's the walk-on dude from Arkansas.
Yeah, who ended up getting drafted by the Colts and then
Brandon Bosworth, right? Yeah, I think. Brandon Bosworth, yeah.
Brandon Bosworth.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but the story definitely made me cry though.
It was sad.
Now, Gridiron Gang, that was pretty good.
I'd probably say that's like A tier, probably.
Yeah, not really.
I'd say cult classic. I wouldn't put it on quote that shit.
Yeah,
because it was good, but it wasn't like I don't know what you think.
Yeah, that shit was good. It was good.
It was good for the time it came out, and that was before The Rock got like heavy juiced.
Yeah, they got a lot of bangers. We ain't even hit yet. We definitely ain't hit it yet. That's why we chose to do it last time.
Couldn't tell you what this one is.
I ain't never seen. You can definitely that's Bob. You could probably do that on the next two. Like I ain't never seen that one either.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is either.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna say I haven't seen it, so I can't say it's ass.
I can't even see what that says. Never seen that.
Yeah,
I seen the logo earlier. And that dude, Invincible is really freaking.
Invincible is good.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. Inspirational. So I'm gonna say it made me cry.
And it's one of the more accurate like portrayals too. Like some of the other ones, like Rudy and The Blind Side, weren't fully accurate portrayals. This one was a lot more of an accurate portrayal of what happened.
It was really immersive too. Like you felt like you was in the 70s, bro. Like it was dope.
Now, come on, Jerry Maguire. We quote that shit. We quote that shit. Come on, Jerry. Show me the money. I can't hear you. Show me the money. I love black people. Show me the money. Like, you just got yourself a client, Jerry. Hey, that shit was good, dog. That was a classic movie, man. I fucked with that. I don't know what this is. I ain't see.
Looks like we got to sit down and watch a few. Huh?
Leatherhead. Anybody seen that shit?
I've heard good things about it.
I was a kid.
That's old school.
Remember.
All right, so direct to video.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah. Little Giants. I actually heard of that. I actually seen this a little bit.
I haven't seen that at all.
That's like an OG. That's like when, we were young.
It's like a cult classic.
Yeah, I'd probably say.
Yeah, that's a cult classic, most definitely. All right, Lucas. Anybody heard of Lucas?
Nope.
You got Charlie Sheen in it.
Yeah, but it ain't Major League, so I don't want to watch
it. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we'll say direct to video. All right.
That's a sad
I haven't
story.
seen that.
It's about Texas back in the 60s. Guys like not the biggest guy, smaller guy, ends up being really good, but comes down with like a rare like form of disease, ends up dying. It's a good movie though.
God damn, so it's so good you make you cry, man. Damn.
It's good. I seen that one on like Netflix.
Unnecessary roughness.
It's been so long since I've seen that.
Damn, bro, we messing up.
I ain't seen that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry, I ain't see that shit, man.
It's not that good.
Okay, so just put in the ass category.
All right, North Dallas 40.
That's older than all of us, bro. That's like hella old.
Gonna tell you what that is.
All right, so we'll say somebody watched it on VHS. All right, Paper Lion.
Damn. Yeah, that's embarrassing though.
Somebody saw that on VHS too. All right, Radio.
Radio's probably.
It's
I
got.
quote that.
I'm about to
I
say
quote
that's got to be in the top 2 tiers.
Yeah, I quote that shit. The motherfucker said when they was messing with radio, he said, "Well, practice gonna run longer tonight." And he had them touch that damn wall back and forth. They had to do at least 30. 31 tens. They was tired after that.
I
So
bet.
nah, I fucks with that though. Radio's classic, man. That's classic, man. And shout out to Cuba for doing a role like that. Cause sometimes that can fuck you up, man.
Oh, that's
We
S,
got
bro.
Yeah,
regular
easily.
That's like if there
that's
was an S plus, it'd be S plus.
Yeah, for me, that's the greatest football movie of all time.
yeah, motherfucker said, how many feet are in a mile? You
I'm
West
gonna
gonna
break
run
side,
my
home.
foot off in your
side.
John Brown hind parts.
Sunshine.
I just got done carrying your mama, and she weighed twice as much as I do.
Yeah, y'all get it, man. Rudy.
It's a good movie for what it is. It's just not entirely
Accurate.
Yeah.
I'd probably say. I mean, it is an inspiring movie because it makes you want to go like run through a wall, but like it's not like how he says, not like truly accurate to like what happened. Oh shit, it ain't way down there though. I'd say that.
Yeah,
because it's inspirational.
Yeah.
Never seen that.
It's a newer one. I have not seen it either.
It's a Disney movie, so it's a newer Disney.
Dang, dude, just jumped the gun on.
It's a newer Disney movie, so it's.
Oh, what is that?
What is that picture?
They got Burt Reynolds in it though.
It looked like a whole American Pie cover.
Man,
I'm gonna say this is good. Whatever it is, somebody
Well,
watched it. Somebody
it's got
did.
Burt Reynolds in it. It works.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds is in it. All right.
I don't know what that is at all.
I think that's Kurt Russell though.
Yeah, I think so. My eyes ain't too good though.
Somebody saw that on VHS or DVD. All right, The Blind Side. The movie was good, but the story behind it was nasty.
But when you find now that like 20 years later, you find out what happened, you're like, oof, like that's not a good look.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna say
it was classic or make you cry, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely say that, man. All right, the comebacks.
I haven't watched that.
Think of that. I don't know if I'm trying to think of the movie.
It was like it's a direct to video. That's what that would be.
Oops.
It was cool.
You rent it and you go back and drop it back in the Dropbox.
Hey, the next one.
That's a movie. That's a movie you get together and you watch at your grandparents' house on Christmas because you got little kids there. And I don't know. I wouldn't watch that shit again. I'll tell you that much.
The Express.
The Express is a top 3 football movie of all time.
Yeah, man.
I remember I watched that for the first time when I was like 13 or 14, and I literally cried to that movie. It was such a good movie.
Yeah, because Ernie Davis was cold.
Ernie Davis
ended up dying.
You should have played with Jim Brown.
And that would have been nasty. Now, look, I fucks with the game plan, okay?
It's actually good for what it is.
Fucks
right?
with it, man.
For it being a Disney and kid-specific movie, it's good.
That's older Disney though, so you can give it a pass. Like it's not like a new one. Like Cam's like, oh, that's new, that's trash.
Yeah, nah, this is good. This was good, man. It was different for The Rock to play that shit, and he played it pretty good. So I'm gonna say cult classic, man. If you really into that type of shit, it was good, man.
Junction Boys is good.
Well, like a cult classic or
I'd say cult classic, bro. They freaking pull up. I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but like there's this hype. They gotta go. This is like what Texas A&M back in the day. And I'm like, oh, we going practice at Junction. They thinking, oh, they got all the girls here. They got this and that. They pull up and it's just like straight like dirt, no grass. They had practice. The freaking trainers like twisting dude's arm like all backwards. Freaking hurt. It'll probably say cult classic.
All right. Cause that's
it's
Burt
good.
Bryant, ain't it? That's what him and Texas A&M, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Last Boy Scout. I sort of seen that shit, but I think it's more of a cult classic because I hear a lot of a lot of people older than me be like, "Yo, that's pretty good."
Okay.
So I say cult classic. All right. Let's see. Longest Yard, the original.
I'd say that's a cult classic.
I can't say I've seen that one, the original one.
It's good, but it's like more of like a staple. I feel like it's not like quoted, but it's like everybody knows it.
All right, then we got the remake. Now that shit, I quote that shit.
Yeah,
I quote that shit. That shit was good. Got the fries that
protect the McNuggets.
I got the sticks that'll make you quick. I got the burgers.
I got the fries that cross your eyes.
I just got the burgers.
Dude drops the ball. He's like, too much popcorn.
And he pulled that shit out of his pants, bro.
Man.
He's like, what did he say? How about a cheeseburger to make your day or something? He's like, you got some cheeseburger.
What about that old guy been there like 80 years? And Chris like, yeah, let me slit your throat and watch the dust come out, bro.
Yeah, that shit was good, man. And then they was getting all the contraband in there. They pulled out the cleats from the cake. Oh man.
I think
long shots, man. That's direct to video. I seen that shit, but it's definitely direct to video. That ain't really. Now the program was pretty good, so I'm gonna say cult classic for that. Y'all seen that? No.
If I did, it's probably been a while. I ain't gonna lie. I looked down there. I thought I'd seen Pulp Fiction. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right.
That's a good football movie.
Replacements is a good football movie.
Yeah, that's quote that shit.
R.I.P. Gene Hackman, bro.
Yeah, he was good, man. Shout out Keanu Reeves, man.
That's old.
He played. Hey, the rumor has it he played that role so good that somebody actually asked him to play like football. Like somebody asked one team was like, "Hey, you want to try out or some shit?" That's how good he played that shit, man. So, like, I don't know if it's the truth of that, but we quote this shit every day.
Oh yeah, the water boy has to.
Water boy, bro. We quote that shit every day.
Alligator got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
He's like, well, your mama's wrong. Nah, Professor, you wrong. Oh man, and the Big Show was on that shit too. He had me rolling.
You need the help of an experienced water boy. Well, how old are you, sir? I'm 42 years old.
He's like, he gotta be a virgin. All right, I don't think I see the touchback.
I don't think I've seen Touchback.
I don't think I've either.
Like Netflix.
Never seen that one.
We got Al Pacino in there, man. So I'm gonna say cult classic. Anything with Al Pacino gotta be a cult classic, bro. I'm sorry. Anything.
Under the Stadium Lights. I don't know if I've heard of that one.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Anything with Mel Gibson and Lawrence Fishburne, that is a cult classic. I'm sorry.
Damn, bro.
Fair.
I'm sorry. Them two dudes is cult.
Varsity Blues, bro. We used to watch that all the time when we played football. Before games, we always watched it.
Yeah, that's the one with the offensive lineman that kept getting concussions, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I think it's been a
long
time since I've
seen in it too. So, We Are Marshall. That's so good.
That's a cry movie. That's a good. Matthew McConaughey did really good in that movie. And then you find out at the end that like they didn't even barely win no games. I'm like, well, damn. They went like 4-8 or something.
Well,
like,
shit,
damn.
bro. Everybody died in the car accident. I mean, a plane accident.
It was a good movie though. I liked it.
They have no plane. They had to start completely over, bro. Like you wasn't gonna win no games either. It's like the replacements. That's it. That's all you got. So, but he played good in that movie though. He played good.
I remember when this movie came out, but I never watched it.
Neither have I. I've heard it's good, but I still have not seen it.
All right, we call that direct to video, man.
That's a Redbox movie.
Yeah. The Wildcats. I ain't seen that.
I know I've seen it, but I have no recollection of it, which means it could not have been that good.
So ass.
And then
All right,
Woodlawn, I heard
Woodley.
was good. I remember when it came out, but I ain't watched that one either.
I haven't seen it either.
So, what you think, Cam?
I ain't see it. I'm sorry.
So what
But,
we got?
but you
what we
know
got-
what? I'll call it this because I've heard about the story of Woodland. So I say direct to video, man.
So how many we got at the top? Not as bad as what I thought we were gonna have more. To be honest,
the S tier movies, obviously, Any Given Sunday, Friday Night Lights, Jerry Maguire, Radio, Remember the Titans, The Longest Yard remake, Replacements, and The Waterboy. Right. So those are your top football movies ever. So
Invincible almost has a case to be there, but fits more into that category you got it in.
I agree with the Express too. I can see it being up there, but then again, it fits really good with the category it's in.
yeah.
And then when you get to cult classic, not as many, but
yeah, cult classics, man. We probably, like I said, Al Pacino's in there. It's a cult classic. Right? Don't fuck around with Al Pacino, okay? And you got Mel Gibson who did The Passion of the Christ, and then you got dude from The Matrix. Classic.
red pill or blue.
Which one you want? All right, and Will Smith, you know what I'm saying? You always gotta have Will Smith. Then we got Ice Cube, man. It's good as a direct video, man.
That's like the movie you see on the shelf and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna pick it up.
Like, that's the movie. That's the movie you watch with like a girl you just met or something, right? You want to keep the tone down just a little bit, right? You don't want no stabbing and killing, so you put that in there, man. You're like, this boring. And then
No, that's the one. That's the one you give your kid to put in the portable DVD player on the way.
That too, man. But this is a movie you put in when you trying to put in.
Oh shit!
For me, that's the B movie.
See, man.
Damn,
See?
that's crazy. That's wild.
What, man? That's the Netflix movie. Are you still watching? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not watching. It's watching me. Nah, man.
Lord.
But yeah, man, these are our movies, man. So stop the video, man. Take a snapshot. Did we get it right at the top, man? Let us know.
I feel like we did okay. Besides the ones that we really ain't really seen, so we don't have a fair opinion of.
And Time Bobby Boucher, yeah, that's the GOAT. That's the GOAT, man. That's the GOAT. Now, we got a little bit of time because we're trying to keep it under 2 hours. Now, we could rank the Quote That Shit movies from worst to first if y'all want to do that.
We could try.
So, I personally think Any Given Sunday is the best football movie ever, bro.
I would.
For me, it's Remember the Titans.
I'd probably side with him. I think Remember the Titans. Just the historical significance.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. And it sucks, man. They freaking just changed the name of that school within the last couple of years or so. It's not.
I heard about that. Yeah.
I'm like, dang, bro. Like, come on, man. That's a great talking point. Like, why do that?
I ain't gonna lie, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? But Any Given Sunday second. I'm not
Sure.
I'm not budging on it. I'll budge off of Remember the Titans because that shit was good.
I think Longest Yard could be higher, bro.
Same with Waterboy. Like, honestly, I know it's more of a comedy one, but
bro.
That's
like
so
the most
good.
90s football movie ever, bro.
Not over Any Given Sunday. I'm not budging on
No, yeah.
No, not more than that.
But definitely third.
I'd probably put Longest Yard over Radio, though.
Yeah, move Longest Yard a little bit up, and I think we'd be good.
Over Radio?
Yeah. I like Radio. I can watch Longest Yard. It's just funny, bro. Come on, bro. Dude's pulling cheeseburgers out his pants, bro. We freaking making people poo their pants. Like, freaking Kevin Nash takes freaking estrogen pills. Like, oh, man. Like,
he's like, my nipples. They hurt. He was like, they hurt.
They freaking hitting people into the freaking bleachers. Make Stone Cold freaking shit fame.
That and dude said, "Will you teach me the football?"
Craziest thing was they had the great Khali, and I'm like, that dude's biggest. Like,
Ah!
I think that's pretty good though.
Willie Beeman.
Beeman.
Yeah, that's my dog, man.
I think that's pretty accurate.
Like, how did radio make it and to quote that shit? That shit lame. Bruh, it's good, man. That movie hella good.
Radio is a good movie, but you gotta like have an older. But you gotta have an older like mindset to be able to grasp that. Like a kid's not gonna like, oh, like.
Yeah, man. And then you know Cuba played the fuck out that role, man. He played that shit. So yeah, man. But yeah, so that's the tier list, man. We hope y'all enjoyed that, man. But we've reached the conclusion of today's, what we call it, festivities. So good show. We got our college in, we got our high school stuff in, got our recruiting, and we got NFL stuff in along with our fantasy draft. We hope y'all like that. And our tier list, man. So before we get up out of here, Devyn, man, tell the people where they can find you.
You can get me on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch, all at Roundup Sports.
Dude, check him out on TikTok. His shit is crazy, bro. Hella followers, bro. I'm like, oh, we doing good. And I look at his just, I'm like, damn. Like, you gonna have to shout us out or something. We'll help you out on YouTube, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna give you I'll tag you in here as soon as we get up over here, like I did last time. So, like I said, we good on that, man. So about you, Brandon, you got something to say to the peoples?
Man, it's always good when we can have anybody in here. It's so hard to find people who want to collaborate. So it's really cool we can have somebody that like kind of shares the same kind of viewpoints, but not also like be like, nah, bro, you tripping or what. Like it's good to have fresh faces around, you know. We like to collab. We've said that since day one. We always want to bring people on and have fun, you know. So definitely that, and just make sure to follow us on all major social media platforms on the bottom. Just keep it going, man. We're doing really good. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, man, we are working our way up, man. 33,000 subscribers. We crossed that a couple days ago, so we appreciate all of y'all for joining our journey, man, including Devyn, man. Everything counts. I be saying it. Everything counts, right? 1 view, 10 views, 1,000 views, man. It all counts. So we appreciate it all, man. But this has been a football frame of mind, and we will catch y'all next Sunday in the same spot talking about football. How about that? All right, man. But we up out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Rest of y'all weekend and the start of your work week. Hopefully it's blessed and y'all stay safe, man. All right. We up out.
Peace.
Peace.